Catch up on all the live shows right here on africatechradio.com.
And of course, it's Monday. Monday. No Monday blues over here. I mean, last week we talked to a career coach, and she, of course, gave us tips for how we can get rid of Monday blues. Just in case you missed that episode or that live broadcast, you can always catch up on www.africatechradio.com and check for Cruise Control. You definitely see a lineup of all the shows I've been having. Yes, you can listen to the recent one for Monday on how to network and navigate your tech career. Yes, that was the one with the career coach. But aside that one, there's a lot of information on the website from Tony Tech Talk with Lillian, also Glorious Greed, and of course What the Tech Africa. We give you great content for your time, so you do not regret spending time with us on www.africatechradio. And of course, welcome to today's show. My name is Bookii, your host, and of course it's Cruise Control. Time for us to cruise around the streets and landscape and ecosystem and what do we call it? Stratosphere? No. Ecosphere? No. Techosphere? Yeah. I'm just playing with words in my head, guys. Welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be talking about all the trending stories that happened over the weekend. Looking at Reddit. Reddit is really having a red time right now because they're shutting down. A lot of subreddits are shutting down for a couple of hours, and I'm not saying hours, just few hours. I mean days. And these are majorly subreddits with high millions of readers. And you know, Reddit is like one of the highest website or people who run the internet. Yes, we call the top 10. They're among them. Reddit is always at the forefront. People visit Reddit for a lot of reasons, but when I'm going to come back to that story, I'm just giving you a brief of what I'm going to be up to on the show. And of course, I want to talk about tech addiction. Yes, what kind of relationship do you have with technology? I think on my show, I usually ask people about how they feel towards technology, their unpopular opinion, their relationship with any tech gadget or tech tools. But today, let me talk about tech obsession, tech addiction, any type of relationship you think you have with tech. Today is the day we talk about it. So let's get the show started. So I'm coming to realize that I say a couple of words. I think I should actually have a meme for every time I say I mean, in regards, delve. These are my popular words. But I'm sure I'm definitely going to find another word. I'm going to put the dictionary beside me. But right now, does tech have a dictionary? Yes, I think so. I'll check with that. Today, we're having so much fun on the show. So sit back, relax, and of course, let's have some fun time on Cruise Control. So the conversation is, are you addicted to technology? Let's find out. So what is tech addiction? Tech addiction is a compulsive behavior that is difficult to quit. Just like smoking is hard to quit. Yeah, people struggle and they have to end up in rehab, or some people have to go for spiritual cleansing. Tech addiction also is kind of compulsive. You really want to stop, but you can't stop it. You can't help it. It's a compulsive behavior that is difficult to quit, like I said, and it has adverse effects on an individual. So most of us, when we look around, technology is the next big thing that everybody is particularly talking about right now or involved in. Companies, networks, individuals. I'm looking at everywhere that technology has reshaped. Mostly every technology has penetrated every sector of our life, even areas of our life, even cooking. I mean, technology has taken away having to spark stones, move to charcoals, move to stoves, move to using gas and now electricity, and even now solar panels. You can cook without having to go through any means of generating heat. It's just going to happen with some remote control. You're just going to have heat and you cook your food. Even our homes are becoming smart homes. It's actually, I remember one of my guests talked about how technology is making people lazy. I mean, super lazy, with the fact that there are a lot of features that are coming up every single day. And right now, I'm really trying not to talk about AI, but I'm definitely going to go there. AI also has come to change so many things. ChatGPT, such a revolution. From late last year up till now, ChatGPT 4 is also trending because people are utilizing these tools to help minimize the efforts they put into doing so many things around their lives, work, and of course, day-to-day living. And of course, it gets to a point where you really can't do it without technology. Yeah, look around you. Have you pressed your phone today? Have you put on the TV today? Have you tried to use the AC today? Have you tried to use your automatic gears today? Even we have cars. I remember seeing a story, an article about a company who recently launched a car that is going to be driving on its own. It's not going to, you don't need, Mercedes. They're first to sell vehicles with hands-free, eyes-off automated driving. So you can see where I'm going. You don't need to do so much. Technology is going to do everything for you. So it's easy to get addicted to having technology run your life. But from running your life, technology can also ruin some aspect of your life. I don't mean to scare you. Come closer. Don't run away. Yes. So another area that technology has penetrated our life is networking, bringing us closer than we would even like. For me, I'm an introvert, 90% introvert, though most people think I'm extroverted because I'm very, jumpy. And when you put me in a social gathering, I try to blend, but if you go deep inside of me, I really want to be out of here. Yes, and that happens with also creating social presence for myself. I'm not into those kind of things. But social media is a way where we connect, not just for personal reasons, for business, for work, and also for just meeting up with friends and connecting with families that are far away. Social media has also come to play, which is the internet of things. Also, people connecting for work, businesses, and doing a lot of amazing stuff on the internet. Which other areas I'm thinking? There are so many softwares now that are being developed for bringing us closer, making work happen, helping people earn more money. Web3, for example, it's another form where people can earn more by actually utilizing the tools from the Web3. I was actually watching a documentary on Web3, and it's amazing how much could be generated if you know how to utilize Web3. And I mean it in all forms, not because you're a Web3 guru, just because you can transcend from using Web2 to Web3 and still maintaining the position or the job skill that you have. So if you're like a marketer, for example, Web3 also gives a channel where marketers can explore a wide range of marketing tools. There are different things, blockchain. If you're a crypto trader, there's a lot you can do on the Web3. There's a whole lot of amazing stuff with the Web3. Even AI right now, I can't help but talk about it. A lot of people are now infusing AI-powered software to their applications, websites, whatever tools they're using to run their companies. They're now using AI to make things possible or ease things off. Even chatbot system. We talked about chatbot with one of my guests also. So what are the tech addiction, guys? Do I talk about the signs first or the tech addiction? Let me talk about the signs. So some of the signs of technology addiction include inability to moderate or abstain from technology. You just can't do without it. Like I said, which technology tool have you used today? I know you can't stop pressing your phone. I see you. I see you. You can't stop pressing your phone. And for those of you who are like geeky, you can't just stop having your system screen shining bright light on you because you're up to something, always up to something. Then preoccupation with thinking about using technology. If you're not using technology, you're always thinking about running back to use technology. You're always thinking about, oh damn it, I need to check a mail. Oh damn it, I forgot to put this thing on low power mode. Oh damn I mean, I'm supposed to get some feedback, or if you're coding, you're supposed to see the results, or if you're a data science, you're supposed to generate some information or statistics. Yes, another thing is compulsive technology use, or experiencing cravings and urge to use digital device. This compulsive technology use, I attribute it to those who struggle with the challenge of smoking, even drinking. Because these things will start like it's helping you before you know it. You get addicted to it, and you always want to just be away from reality. You get it? People run into the metaverse because they don't want to deal with what's happening in the real world. People run into the gaming world because they just don't want to deal with people around them. So they find themselves immersed in the alternative world or alternative reality. And of course, they start neglecting important life areas such as work, school, or relationship at the expense of technology. I'm sure that is clear. Continuing to use digital service despite its contributing to consequences in your life, you really don't care as long as you just isolate yourself and be in your world and you enjoy it. You really don't care about what's happening around you. Then you lose interest in social and leisure activities that you once enjoyed at the expense of technology. So this, if you know a gamer could actually be running. I remember when I was in secondary school, they would be running home to go and play their PS2. And I would be like, what's up? Why are you in a hurry? You definitely get to your house. But that extra minutes they use in getting to their houses earlier, it counts for an extra time of fun and enjoyment. Other things would be using digital devices in dangerous situations, such as while driving a car or walking across a street or trying to cross a road. Experiencing unwanted mental health symptoms such as depression, anxiety, stress, or irritability at the expense of technological use. This will come from those people who are addicted to being on social media. Like I used to say, nobody comes on social media to show you the sad part of their life. Right now, we even have people who are becoming realist, but they will always tell you, oh, this is how they battled with these challenges, or this is what they're currently going through, and they've been able to come out of it. And all of that stuff, and they share with you. But if you don't know the back end of the story, you think, oh, they just dealt with it and they just came out shiny. And because you really can't do that for yourself, you think, oh, your situation is worse, or your life is the most miserable life on planet Earth, or you think good things just don't happen to me. It happens to other of my friends I see on social media. You fall into depression, anxiety, and stress, and you get irritated all the time because you can't stop to just get off social media and fix your life. Yeah. So using digital devices also induce pleasure or experience gratification. This will go to people who visit adults' websites, and you can't stop visiting it. Even when you pray for forgiveness of sin, you still find a way to run back to it because it gives you some instant gratification. That's that about that. And of course, you start lying or hiding digital usage from family, friends, or colleagues as a result of guilt or shame. And of course, using digital devices for longer duration than intended, or finding yourself using digital devices with increased frequency over time. Another thing is for people who sit down at the table to eat. They start eating and pressing their phones, or somebody's trying to talk to you about certain serious situation or conversation, and you can't just help it but keep pressing your phone. There's just something going on or more interesting on your phone. You don't know how to respect people's time. You don't know how to be present and just enjoy your food. Can you imagine? This is tech addiction, and I'm sure all of these things, one way or the other, you're guilty. I am guilty. I am also guilty, very guilty, very, very guilty. So what are the common types of tech addiction? I talked about the gaming world. So gaming addiction, this one has always been there. Always been there. Part of what makes gaming so addictive is the built-in rewards. You want to win something, you want to cross a level, a stage, you want to unlock new players. You know what I mean now? Choose your fighter. When you get to another level, you wear another appearance or you become something totally different. And the level the individual receives a boost of dopamine for every level you overcome or every stage you pass through. There's an increased dopamine that makes you feel so good about yourself and so powerful and so, it kind of stimulates somewhere in your brain that yes, you're smart, you're a genius, you're really good, you're a sharpshooter, you're a great fighter, you're really good at this thing. And what do we want in life is to be recognized for what we're doing and say, yes, you're the best of this. I give you reward. I congratulate you. So you keep going back to what makes you feel good. Nobody goes back to what makes them feel bad. You know that, right? And also resulting in the pleasure you gain from all of this. Nobody can give you so much pleasure. So we are seekers of pleasure, basically. Some people, their pleasure is money. They just want to be seeing the money pile up. So that's one of it. And some gamings are just never ending. There's always next level. And of course, this is going to lead to an addiction. Another addiction is social media addiction. TikTok. I remember TikTok going through some court process and everything. Addiction was one of the issues raised against TikTok. Instagram also. People can't stop being on Instagram. They just want to come and post something. If you're not on Instagram right now, it's like you're not existing. I was listening, like I said, the documentary I was listening to talked about how we now live in dual reality, where we have the physical world and the online world, which is the virtual world. So if you're doing your real life stuff and you're not transcending to the digital world, you're kind of being left behind. And it shows because now influencers make money from just staying in their house and changing clothes. Can you imagine? That's what 2022, 2023 has been about. Content creators are now earning as much as CEOs are earning per gig. Come on. Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and even other YouTube also. YouTube is becoming addictive. I must confess, I am addicted to YouTube. I am very, very addicted to YouTube. So another addiction will be online gambling addiction. Online gambling addiction for gamblers. They moved from gambler. I used to date a gambler, and I tell you, that was the worst experience I had of my life because I was almost used to gamble. It took my new phone and gambled with it. It could bet any amount to gamble. And I just could not deal with it anymore. And I left the relationship because, you don't want to deal with a gambler. Trust me. There's no limits. There's just no limits with that type of addiction. And knowing that you can now compete online, you can stake whatever online and just keep gambling. And I don't even know. I wish I understand the addiction of gambling because the pleasure is different. Trust me. It's so different. And people gamble on so many things. Even with games, people gamble on so many things. Online gambling includes and is not limited to online casino. They have online casinos right now. Games, online poker, online sport betting. You see this sport betting thing is a takeover. People feel like it's the easiest way to earn money and they'll go at any length to earn the money. They'll get stuck to looking at the papers to see if their numbers. It's just like the lottery thing. I don't know. I don't understand these boosts. And I think online or internet gambling is a disorder and they need help. Yes, I agree. My ex needed help. I don't know if he had got it, but bye-bye to good riddance. Yeah. So pornography addiction also, online sexual addiction. Am I taking this for too long? Because I really want to move on to the other story. So pornography addiction. When COVID happened, the Pornhub was the highest, most visited website. And that information just wouldn't leave my head. That people actually visited Pornhub per minute, per second, and it's in crazy millions of numbers, hundreds of millions visiting Pornhub. then imagine other adult websites that we couldn't get their numbers or their ratings. It's kind of crazy. Online sexual addiction is really something else. This is for people who kind of like to masturbate or are hypersexual. Hypersexuality sometimes is a disorder. I hope you know that, right? Yes. And they have emotional dependency on porn. I don't know. I've never had somebody in close relation who is addicted to porn, or maybe they are hiding their lifestyle from me because they know I talk for a living and I might use them for example. So I don't know, but I just wonder, do these people feel guilty? Do they have any shame? Is it as a result of loneliness, sadness, or they are frustrated and looking for ways to ease off? I really don't know, but it's kind of becoming addictive. Like I said, the internet makes it's an open channel. You can get whatever you want from it. So people just go and just immerse themselves in a lot of sexual online videos. And another one is online shopping. They are calling my addiction right now. I love to shop online because it makes things easy. All you just have to do is go to your door and pick up your delivery. Yeah, so some of us are addicted and can't stop buying. We use it for emotional, what's it called? It's like a shopping spree. You go when you're feeling sad. You just want to buy something to help you change your mood. And you know, the anticipation that you're getting the delivery coming to you is like a gift to yourself. So it can kind of be addictive. All you just have to do is put in your card number. You don't feel bad until maybe when you get your balance sheet for the month. What's it called? Account balance, whatever it's called at the end of the month. And you realize you've spent beyond your limits. You've gone way above your limit. And of course, work-related digital addiction. For those people who are always working, if you've ever been in a relationship with a techie, or you are the techie who is addicted to working non-stop, you find that you can't be far away from your PC, you can't be far away from your laptops, you can't be far away from your tabs, you can't be far away from your phones. You just want to be up to something and about something, and you use it to escape real life, maybe relationship, or maybe you have mental health situation, but you're just trying to immerse yourself in work so you don't have to deal with other areas of your life, and generally your well-being is definitely going to suffer. So what are the treatments for this? Like I said, this is a behavioral thing, so you might be needing some motivational interviewing for somebody to talk sense into your head. And of course, cognitive behavioral therapy is also needed. Reality therapy is also needed. And of course, acceptance and commitment to therapy, because most people would not want to agree that they are addictive. They'll just tell you, it's technology. Our life revolves around technology at the moment. So I'm only utilizing the goodness that technology is offering. So you need a whole lot of stuff. Check yourself, guys. I think I've given you a whole lot of breakdown for what tech addiction is. Are you tech addicted? Are you obsessed with technology, or you just know how to use it in moderation, which I kind of doubt, because I believe that one way or the other, we all have tech addiction we're dealing with. And whether you admit it or not, I know it's me. I know it because I can't stop pressing my phone. There are days I have to beg myself to switch off my phone and act like it doesn't exist. And then I come back to pressing it because I'm going to catch up on whatever I missed. And I find out that, what a world we live in. I know while we are still on the issue of tech addiction, I still have to take the trending stories. I have to take the hot takes, things happening in the tech ecosystem. And this one is a major addiction for people who are iPhone users. There's just something about iPhone. If you start using iPhone, you do not want to go back. I know Samsung users are going to argue at the moment. Hello, Infinix, I can hear you. Techno, yes, I can hear you. But there's something about iPhone, from their constant updating of iOS to tweaking their devices, either maybe tweaking something around the camera or introducing new features and the likes of it. It's just non-stop with Apple. It's non-stop. If you buy one model of Apple right now, let's say I'm using the 12 Pro Max and I'm so stale, I'm behind. Can you imagine? And these things don't come cheap at all. And there's an addiction around it, where if you buy this model and the next model come out, you really want to be among those top boys that are using it. Yes, you have to be among the gang, because people start looking like, oh, you don't have money. Who cares? What is addiction? You really want to be among, it feels like a community of people running the show. Yeah. And iPhone is so sleek, you can just throw it out, and the cameras, everything. I don't know where we are going to. I don't know where Apple is driving off to, but Steve Jobs definitely left an impressionable blueprint that almost everyone just seems to be addicted to the product. And talking about Apple, they recently released some features. Right now, they are moving into the iOS 17. Let me see what iOS I'm operating on, because I'm so backward, and I've stopped being addicted to the product. But if you give me money right now, I'm gonna go buy it. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm running on 16.5 iOS, and they are moving to iOS 17 in about some few weeks time. They will be moving to iOS 17, and this iOS 17 is coming with a lot of features that most people are not ready for. Trust me, these are game changers when we look at the technology ecosystem, how things are moving so fast. They are releasing ability to tweak some things that other phone companies have not really thought about, like the way we make calls. I definitely, when my family calls me, I have their picture showing. It just kind of it brings me back to earth and shows that I belong to a certain group called family. So right now, for those of you who like to call other people and you would want them to see your face and be reminded that you're kind of attached to them some way, somehow, you can do that right now. You create your avatar, and your avatar pops up, it could be your picture. You can change the color, you can change the font, whatever you really want to pop up on the person's screen is going to show up. And I think it's amazing, because there are so many guys who forget that they are married. They start toasting a baby, and when their wife is calling, you will see something else showing. Yes, it's going to help people who would like to, their partners to be caught red-handed. So the girl is going to be like, hello, who is that calling you, with some pictures that shows kind of intimacy, or you're intimately close. And I'm just giving people scope. Me, if I have a partner, I'm going to use the picture where we are together on. So whenever I call, you definitely have to squeeze to pick the call, and people will wonder why did you have to squeeze or try to hide to pick the call, because this is a special call. You know what I mean now? Another thing is, for those people who like to FaceTime and people would not be online to pick your FaceTime call or video, you can actually now leave a real-time video message in the voicemail. So, normally when you miss a FaceTime, it's going to just leave a message to say you miss a call from this person. Right now, you can do a video, just like leaving a voicemail. The person gets to see the video and gets the message, or probably give you a call back. And I think it's interesting, because I'm just thinking of ideas in my head. Hey, Chineke. Oh gosh. Another interesting thing is the VR that they released. I think they beat the meta to this one. Mark Zuckerberg has been working really hard, but Apple is working harder. Guys, they released this VR, and it's called Vision Pro, which is going to make a serious impression in the market, because right now you can use Vision Pro to do so many things. And if you're into the AR VR world, you definitely know how powerful this is. So you can do a whole lot of video calling, streaming of videos, watching things together, sharing moments with whosoever contact you really want to share that moment with. And I really like this. You can use it to do so many things. For those of you who play games, also game addiction, this is actually a good one. Other features here would be, you can have all those nice to have features. Nice to have features would be things you really like to have. You can customize your phone. Hey, I like where we're going with this one, to see that you can customize so many things that show up on your screen, and things you really like to be very handy. You don't have to scramble through so many applications on your phone, so you can customize it the way that makes operating the product very easy for you. And another thing would be, how so many applications, or if you download apps, I've downloaded so many apps, Headspace, Meditate, so many things I use for my quiet time. And now Apple have Notes of course I use that, but now I get Journal, and Journal can give me prompts. Maybe in 2 hours they ask me, how am I feeling? Then I put that prompt down. Maybe another 4 hours later, I'm getting, so how has the day been for you? I put that down. It's a way to release stress, to release frustration, to drop all the energies that you're carrying that it's not just supposed to go around with you. You know how maybe due to interaction with certain things or certain people or certain places, you feel certain kind of ways. So instead of walking around with those baggage, you can drop it. Meditating also is going to bring your mind back to reality. I just like the fact that they put mental health into consideration, because a lot of people think that all the things they deal with, they really need to deal with it. Sometimes you need to drop it off. Sometimes you need to journal about it. Sometimes you need to write about it. Sometimes you need to just pour it out and whoosh. Yes, that's what Apple is doing. I think people will continue being addicted to this device. Oh my goodness. And another interesting thing around socials would be WhatsApp launching channels feature for broadcast message. So this feature is going to be for people who use groups, who use channels, NGOs, medical research institutes, and of course fact-checking bodies, as opposed to individuals creators. So they are creating a platform where creators can also utilize platforms. I know so many people use WhatsApp for business. You send somebody a message, you will see their intro as a business something. It's like, where are we going? I just want to have a quick chat with you. So another interesting thing about this is that the admin can now send text, photos, videos, stickers, and polls. Yes, you can take a poll now on WhatsApp. So for those of you thinking about asking a question that you're really not sure, instead of having people debate, and there will be an extensive long conversation about so many things, so people can just take a poll. I think of so many things around this one, because the poll can be taken towards greetings, towards debates, towards making a decision, all of those things. And also users won't be able to reply to these messages if they're not using this updated version. For me, I think Meta has been working really hard. Now Meta is also previewing generative AI tool. This is going to be a product which is going to be featured on Instagram and of course WhatsApp, Facebook, and as well as internally being used by the company. So they're looking at the way they're going to include AI chatbot for messengers and WhatsApp, and of course AI stickers and other tools that would allow photo editing in Instagram stories, and in addition to internal only products, and of course AI assistant also, and experimenting with their interface at the moment. Everything is changing. That's the reason why you should keep listening to Africa Tech Radio, guys. Keep listening to us, because we bring you real-time information and let you know what's happening, so you are not just waking up to new things around you and not knowing what to do or how to go about that. Yes, so these tools are coming up. Don't be surprised. Most people are like, Instagram does not respect us no more. I saw a post like that. The influencer was complaining that they wake up and the features are just moving up and down. The feature you're seeing by the left hand side down is definitely going to be right hand upper side. You just need to be alert with how they are moving. I want to tell you that Mark Zuckerberg is working really hard. Yes, so many subreddits and moderators are protesting against Reddit's API changes. There are protesting in regards to how the operation of Reddit is just, they're increasing the money, the charges basically. So from June 12th to June 14th, thousands of Reddit communities, also known as subreddits, are going dark to protest planned API changes that would essentially kill off many third-party applications. So if you're a avid reader or user of Reddit, you will know that some of the places you get your information are from the subreddits. We have Reddit Funny, Reddit Stories, Reddit this, Reddit. There are different channels basically on Reddit. So these channels are called subreddits, and Reddit generally their monthly visitor rating is 430 million active users. So, and all of this comes with the subreddit people, because when you look at the channels, some of them have 40,000 users, some of them have like 30,000 users. Like Reddit Funny has 49 million subscribers, Reddit Gaming has 37 million subscribers, Reddit Or has 34 million subscribers, Reddit Today I Learned has 31 million, Reddit Pics 30 million, Reddit Videos 26 million, Reddit Music 23 million. These subreddits have millions of visitors and subscribers, and these people have decided to go dark because Reddit decided to make changes to their APIs, which is for their third party. So what are APIs? APIs are application programming interfaces, which are considered to be the backbone of modern web. Simply put, that they permit two applications to communicate with one another, allowing developers to access data and build features and functionality. So these subreddits are leveraging on Reddit platforms, basically. So they bring their subscribers and they're all using one general platform, which is Reddit. So Reddit has initially offered free access to its API. However, since April 18, the company decided that it will be updating its API's terms to include charging developers for API access to change that, and it will take effect from July 1st. But these subreddit developers decided to go on a protest. They first of all went down for 48 hours, and they're still continuing the protest as at today, which is June 12th. It's still going to continue till June 14. And some other people decide that they're going to take their protest to the end of June, which is June 30th. So Reddit's decision comes months after Twitter announced that it was suspending all its third-party app, forcing people to use the platform's official app and website. So right now they're trying to boycott the people who are using these subreddits and gain all the money to themselves. And I think for me, if I'm a business owner, I would actually look for ways I want to make most of the money, because sometimes you get to share percentage with these other people. Like what I mentioned before, these other subreddits have millions. I mean millions. If you calculate the millions of subreddit subscribers, it goes into close to 200 million subscribers and visitors, and they all utilize the one platform, Reddit. So if they're going to be making money, you see, they to get some percentage for bringing their users to Reddit platform and all of this. But the APIs used is that of Reddit. So Reddit is saying they're going to be charging $0.24 for every 1,000 requests. And millions. This don't underlook the fact that it's $0.24, because when you read it in millions, these third-party apps are definitely going to be paying some good amount of money. But is it not a win-win situation? I don't know. Well, terms and conditions should be read when using people's stuff, so that you don't get strangled in the middle. Another thing would be that these apps are definitely Apollo. If you know Apollo, there's nothing that you look for in Apollo Business, Apollo Chat, Apollo Things. Also on Reddit, that they released a statement on Twitter that they'll be closing down on June 30th and no more going to utilize the Reddit platform. I saw something recently about how people are acquiring companies that are making low money, and I thought about it that Do we do that over here? Especially in Africa, there are so many businesses who are struggling and some who are gradually fading out, and no one is acquiring this company. I think I should have this conversation tomorrow. And last story, since I mentioned Twitter, Linda Yaccarino is officially on the job for the Twitter CEO. Remember that Elon Musk asked people to vote if he should continue being the chairman or the CEO of Twitter, and people said no, and he decided that okay, he's a man of the people, and decided to get himself a new CEO who is going to oversee the activities and decision making of the Twitter company. And he decided to employ a lady who was formerly working with NBC Universal, and Linda resumed office on Monday, and she tweeted, "It happened, first day in the books." She wrote, "Stay tuned," and she's taking over the position of the CEO for Twitter. As much as people have anticipated, people are thinking that Elon Musk is just using this lady to be the front shield so that he can still do so many changes. I don't want to say damages. The comments are getting in my head. Changes without taking the shot for it. So this lady would be overseeing some of his hyper decisions that have really changed the company. Remember, the evaluation of Twitter has gone down below the amount he actually acquired it for. And I think, somebody should come and oversee everything so that Twitter can come back to what it used to be. Even though it doesn't go back to what it used to be, I want it to become better, because right now, some of the changes are actually good for creators. Some of the changes are good for writers. Some of the changes have been good for other things, and some other people haven't really benefited from all of these changes and feels like it's becoming very stringent and not so much of a place they enjoy going also. But I still enjoy Twitter because I still learn so many things, and I see people's opinion, and I try to get into their world, because Twitter is a place where beyond pictures, you get to be in the mind of people. You get to see where people are looking at. A simple conversation could go in thousands and millions of angles that you never thought of, and you could find your community of people who think alike, who think just like. If you're cynical, you definitely find your type. If you're sarcastic, you will find your type. If you're funny, you will find your type. For those people who are always releasing memes, if you're anything you find, you're definitely going to see your tribe on Twitter, and I don't want that to go away. So I'm welcoming Linda Yaccarino. Yes, welcome to Twitter, and of course, let's see the greatness you're going to offer us in the few terms you're going to run, because you cannot run forever now. Yeah, things change. I'm not being cynical. Sorry, I'm just telling you there's always an expiration date for whatever position anyone is occupying. Okay, this is my cue to bounce out of the studio. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to me all the way. And it's been fun on the show. This is what we do every Monday to Friday. We talk about trending topics and, of course, look at what is happening, what changes we're experiencing in the tech world. This is Africa Tech Radio, and all we do is report technological advancements one broadcast at a time, meaning after my show, another show comes on. After another show comes on. And if you feel like there's something you missed, you can always listen back to the show. We are on www.africatechradio, and we have our list of content out there. It's endless because we keep doing this every day, and we do this for you. I'm seated here for you. I'm talking for you. And thank you for sharing your time with me, and of course being patient with me. I'll be here tomorrow, same time, midday, all the way till 3 p.m. And of course, let's have a wonderful, wonderful Monday, and of course a beautiful week ahead. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to catch up on all the live shows right here on africatechradio.com.